And I want to welcome Radim for being with us this morning. Thank you for being here. So this morning, we're talking about wisdom. And I've been thinking about the story of King Solomon, who is a very important character in the Hebrew Bible. How many have heard of King Solomon? Pretty good. That's good. Well, one of the things King Solomon was known for being a very wise king, is that he wrote a lot of proverbs. Now, proverbs are short sentences that kind of hold a deep truth, something that sort of speaks through time, something that resonates with us, that tells us something that we know inside, but something about that proverb kind of brings it to life and makes us think about it a little more. Maybe makes us wiser in the process. But I'm curious, before we talk specifically about the Proverbs, and this is to the kids, the younger ones specifically, what does wisdom mean? Anybody have any thoughts when you hear the word wisdom? Zach? Wisdom means wise. Well, yeah, exactly. And what does wise mean for you, Zach, when you think about being a wise person? Not a wiseacre, that's a different thing. What does it mean to be wise? Smart, yeah, that's a quality of being wise. What's a couple other words? Anybody can toss them out that they think? Kindness. Being wise is about being kind. Oh. Experienced. Good judgment, yeah. Understanding. There's actually, if you look in the dictionary, there are many words that are attached to the word wisdom. So it means a lot of different things, but that sense of understanding and insight, good judgment, those are three pretty important qualities, ones that we should think about too. So this morning I have a game, actually. It's called, Where's the Wisdom in That? So I've chosen 3 proverbs, and I'm going to read them out loud, and we're going to get into some, not so much biblical criticism per se, but reflection, kind of a, what's the word that I'm looking for? Midrash. We're going to think about it together. And so you all can't hear each other, so I'm going to be a bit of the interpreter. So I'm going to ask for some comments, and I'll pick out a few just to kind of name them into the space. But these proverbs were written thousands of years ago, and yet somehow, well, we're going to find out, they still have meaning for us. We can still look to that and say, there's something about that that speaks to me. And that's kind of the thing I want to hear. Like, what does that say to you? Why might that idea, that proverb matter in my life? So here's the first one. Knowledge is more valuable than gold, said King Solomon. Knowledge is more valuable than gold. What do we think about that? Where's the wisdom? Where's the wisdom in that? I guess you all think gold is more valuable. Ben? Uh-huh.
If you know where to find gold, that's worth all the gold you might possibly find.
Okay, so did everybody get that? Can you say it one more time, Ben, and I'll try and... If you have gold, it is only worth what the gold is worth. If you know how to find gold, it is worth all the gold you might find. Interesting. I'm curious about the knowledge part. Okay, Christine?
I would say that you can always spend all your gold or lose it, but if you have knowledge, you have it forever.
Ah, you could spend all your gold and lose it, but the knowledge would stay with you forever. How does that sound? Yeah? People are, you got some little consensus on that? Third one, anyone got a third one? You wise people? Lori, I can see out there. Okay, I got some of it. If you teach people how to fish, they'll be able to fish and have food for a lifetime. And then the last part was, and gold will only last a certain amount of time. It just doesn't kind of stay with you. Where if you have the skill, the wisdom to know how to fish, that's a skill that can last a lifetime. That's great. You guys, where's the wisdom in that? You have it right before you. Okay, we're moving on. And for people who answered the first time, sit on your hands. Okay, this is a big one. Without wisdom, the people perish. Does everybody know what perish means? Yeah, perish means you might die. You kind of lose the ability to kind of function and be productive in the world. You sort of give up hope almost. That's what could happen. What do we think? Where's the wisdom in that? There's no wisdom in that, I guess. I guess that Solomon just didn't know everything, regardless what we've ever been told. Okay. Yeah.
A lack of empathy and a weak will to not understand others is definitely unwise.
Yeah.
It does cause others to become hurt.
Yeah. So I don't know if I get it all, but lack of empathy and not understanding of others will lead to people becoming hurt. Yeah, that's a way of having perish happen. Like you could hurt people, and that can have a big effect on them. Amy, I saw your hand up. Yeah.
If you have wisdom, you can recognize problems early and figure out how to solve them.
Ah.
If you don't have wisdom, problems make everybody pay.
Yeah.
And there's a good one, climate change.
It's like I planted her. So Amy was saying, without wisdom, we're not able to kind of solve some of the big issues that we face. But with wisdom, we actually can work to solve some of the big problems that we're facing. I think that's really true. Where's the wisdom in that? Are we with that? Does that feel true? Good. All right, you've graduated to the third and final one. This one will be familiar to some of you. This one comes from Ecclesiastes, which was towards the end of Solomon's life. And he wrote, "To everything there is a season and a time and purpose under the heavens." To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heavens. Where is the wisdom in that? I know, they're big ideas. You got to think about them for a moment. I don't mean to push you. Oh, look, see, wise people right here. Go ahead.
It takes wisdom to be able to step back and see the larger cycles, to see how everything fits together and why it is happening.
Yeah. It takes wisdom to see the big picture, to kind of step back and really notice, kind of open the aperture and look widely. Yeah, that's very important for those times. Carrie?
Just the circle of life, the cycles, and acknowledging their function for all of us.
Right. The circles and cycles of life that are happening. We think we can influence them sometime, but in reality, sometimes the wisdom is to pay more attention to what's that natural cycle is happening. Any last one? I can see a hand floating back there. I would see two. All right, two. Ami?
I'm a
Working
working parent.
parent, yep.
As my children are small, I think I have less bandwidth to focus on my career as much. But as my children get older, I can re-engage more with work as my children are more independent. So there's this
Ah,
for both things.
right.
And I'll have to, of course,
Right. So Ami was saying about being a parent of small children, that where her attention is focused, particularly now, it's still a working parent, so juggling in that way, but trying to be attentive to the needs of her children at this really critical time in their lives. And so that's a purpose, a focused purpose, along with work. Not that that isn't important, but as the kids get older, there'll be a shift, a different time where attention and wisdom can kind of be focused in other ways. There's one other one. There was a hand kind of up near, yeah, Ami, yeah? To not hold on too tightly. And not to let go too fast. There's some wisdom in that. Well, my scholars, my wise people, I know I am blessed to be in the collective wisdom that you all bring here and that you bring to the world. And what I really believe, that you have amazing proverbs to share with the world, and I hope you get a chance to do that. Thank you.